So Joseph, we're talking about good pieces and bad pieces, Joseph. Okay, so we said pieces that are on the edge of the chessboard, on the edges of the chessboard. Let's say this knight that black has is on the edge of the chessboard, right? It's away from the center. It's away from the middle of the chessboard, right? It's a badly placed piece. It's a bad piece. Okay, we're not doing moves here. We're not doing moves yet, Joseph. We're just trying to find the pieces that are badly placed. Let's say either on the edge of the chessboard, or they don't have useful moves to do, or they don't have any safe moves to do. For example, again, if we look at this knight on a6, it doesn't have any safe moves to do, right? And it is on the edge of the chessboard away from the center. So that's a very badly placed knight. It's a bad knight. It's a bad piece. So can we try to find another black piece or another white piece that is badly placed? It's a bad piece, doesn't have good moves to do. We're not moving pieces. We're just trying to find bad pieces. Just circle a piece or tell me this piece is not good or this piece is not good. So let's highlight the knight. That's a knight that's badly placed. It's a bad knight. How about let's find a white piece, maybe that's badly placed.
A white piece?
Yes, that's in a bad square. It's not doing much. Okay, so let's say Joseph. Sorry, right before you it was George's class. Okay, so that's why I'm saying George. Okay, so Joseph, we're not doing moves. We're not doing moves. We're just circle or tell me, let's say, just like now, this knight is a bad knight. Let's look at, let's say, this bishop. Is this bishop on a good square? Is it doing a lot of useful moves? Can it do a lot of useful moves? Is it on an open diagonal where it can move? Or it's again badly placed in a bad square?
In a bad place.
Yes, bishops like to be on open diagonals. They like to be on a diagonal that's open in front of them and they can move. And here our own pawns are blocking our way, right? So this bishop, the white pawns are blocking the way of the bishop. This bishop is badly placed, doesn't have useful moves. If you're gonna move it, you're gonna move it back, and it's not so useful, right? Why would I move back? So till now we found two badly placed pieces, the black knight and a white bishop. Can you find any other badly placed pieces here on the chessboard? Black or white. So either they don't have moves to do, or they're on the edge of the chessboard, or both. Let's say they're on the edge and they don't have moves to do.
Oh, never mind. Not this.
Tell me the piece name, let's say, or there is a button that you can circle the pieces that you want.
Bishop.
The bishop.
Bishop to 6 here.
So the bishop is badly placed. Why is this bishop badly placed? Because is it on open diagonals? Are the diagonals open for it to move? No. So that is a badly placed bishop as well. Very good. It's not such a good bishop. So till now we found three pieces that are bad pieces, badly placed pieces. Very good. Can we find another white piece that's a bad piece? Doesn't have any moves to do. Which white piece?
The knight one B.
Excellent. The knight on b1 doesn't have any moves to do. If I want to move this knight, the d2 square is not free. The c3, the a3 is not free, right? Very good. And this knight is on the back rank, right? It hasn't moved. It's away from the center. So till now we have these pieces. We highlighted they're bad pieces, badly placed pieces. Excellent. Can you find another white piece that's badly placed? It's a bad piece, not doing much. Let's see, we're not doing moves, Joseph. Remember, we're trying to find pieces that are badly placed. So other than these pieces, can you find another white piece or another black piece that are badly placed or bad pieces? They don't have good moves to do. or they don't have any moves to do. Which are the
pawn, the pawn to c5 or the pawn to f5.
Okay, so Joseph, remember we're talking about the pieces, not the pawns, okay? The other pieces, not the pawns, because regarding the pawns, we can do a separate a lesson about what are good pawns, strong pawns, what are weak pawns. We will do a separate lesson about pawns. Now let's talk about the bigger pieces, bigger than pawns.
The rook is 7h.
Very good, Joseph. The rook on h7, right? The rook on h7 does not have many useful moves to do. If we're going to move it, we need to move it back, right? Very good job. So what else? Can you find one more piece?
My pawn challenging me.
Can you repeat? Can you find one more white piece that's a bad piece?
White?
Yes, a white piece. Which white piece has no moves at all to do? And we didn't highlight it yet.
The rook to h1.
The rook on h1, very good. The rook on h1 has no moves at all. It's stuck in the corner here, right? I can't move it on the file that it's on. I can't move it on the rank that it's on, right? Very good. So these are bad pieces because either they don't have any safe moves to do or they have very little safe moves to do, which are not so useful. Let's say the bishop, the diagonal is closed, is blocked, right? And or they are on the edges of the chessboard. They don't have many moves to do. So Joseph, why are we learning about pieces that are on bad squares? Because if we have such pieces, let's say this is our game with the white pieces. If I have such bad pieces, my rook is a bad piece. It's not an active piece. My bishop is a bad piece. My knight is a bad piece. So how am I going to play this game, right? How am I going to win this game if my pieces don't even move, can't even move, right? So what we need to do is this, Joseph. So when we find that we have a piece that's not active, cannot move a lot, or is not on a good square, okay, we need to try to make a plan to change its place to a better square. A plan is a couple of moves, a few moves that you can do to change the place of your piece to a better square. For example, let's start with this rook. If you were going to make this rook move to a better square, be an active rook, what could be a plan? Let's say a plan we said is a couple of moves. Let's say you can say that I want to move this piece and then this piece and then make this rook, put it on a better place. So how can we do that?
Challenging me again.
Can you repeat, please?
Challenging me.
A person is challenging you. It's okay. Let's finish this lesson and then you can play. You can play against him. Okay. So let's see. How can we make this rook be more active? How can we put it on a better place? If we move which pieces and if we move this rook in which way? After a few moves, this rook will be on a more active square. Very good, very good. You make way with your king first. Let's say black plays any move, and then what do you intend to do with your next move? Let's say if you could play one more time, what would you play? Excellent job, Joseph. Okay, so we made way for the rook and moved it to a better square where it's more active. Rooks like to be on open files, and this is an open file because there's no white pawn blocking my way, right? Very good, Joseph. So we improved the place of the rook. Now the rook is more active, right? If I compare this rook that was on h1 and the same rook, I would put it on e1, is much more useful here, right? Very good. Okay, so we have a good plan for the rook. Now, what if I tell you, make a plan to improve the place of this knight that you have on b1? So we said a plan is a couple of moves. How are we going to do a couple of moves to improve the place of this knight, put it on a better square? Now it is too far from the center, right? It's on the back rank and it doesn't have any moves to do. I want to put this knight on a much better square. Okay, because you intend to move to the c3 square. I see, that's a good plan, but this move that you did, is it a safe move? Is it safe or not safe? Let's see, let's go back. Just let's see, is this a safe move or a not safe move?
It's not safe.
Not a safe move, because if we push this pawn, it's just going to be captured, right? Very good. So let's find another way to move this knight. We cannot move it from c3. Let's find another way that we can move this knight. Excellent. So you're clearing the square of the queen. And then what's your next move? Let's say if you could play another move and another move, what was it going to be? What is it going to be to improve the... Excellent. And after d2, where are you moving this knight to? Remember, the closer we are to the middle of the chessboard, the center, the better it is. And if we have a piece in the center, it's going to be much better. So what can we do more with this knight? Excellent, excellent. Now we're too close to the center, right? And if we could move one more time, where would we put this knight? And it would be excellent. Where could we move this knight to? Wait, Joseph, we took it to the edge of the board. We said it's not good if we have the pieces on the edge of the chessboard. We worked a lot to get this knight close to the middle. If you could move it one more time, the closer we are to the center, the better it is. And if we can go on the center, yes, Joseph, let's not put the knights on the edges of the chessboard unless we have a, let's say, very, very special reason to do that. Okay, very good job. So now our knight is in the middle of the chessboard. This knight is very, very strong piece, Joseph. Okay, and attacking many squares on the opposite side of the chessboard, or of our opponent's side of the chessboard. Right, very good. Now, let's talk about this, Joseph. We say that, let's say, knights are worth 3 points, right? But if you were to compare this black knight with this knight that we improved its place, what could you say? Are they really the same? Do you think if we compare these two knights, do you think they're really worth the same? Both of them are worth 3 points. They're the same? Or there's a difference between these two knights? One is better than the other, right?
They're the same.
They're the same? Is it let's say this black knight, is it a good knight? Is it an active knight? Can it do any moves at all?
No.
No, and it's far from the center. It's on the edge of the chessboard, right? While this knight that we have, it's very strong and very active, right? Right. So they're not the same. So the white knight is much stronger than the black knight. Do you agree? Do you agree that the knight that we have in the middle of the chessboard is much stronger, much more active than the black knight that's on the edge of the chessboard, has no moves to do, right? Which knight would you prefer to have, the black knight or the white knight? Which one?
The white.
Of course, the white knight, right? The white knight is very strong here, right? In the middle of the chessboard and very active. Well, that knight on the edge is very, very, very badly placed. Very good. So it's true that we say that, let's say, pieces have values. Let's say knights are worth 3 points, Joseph. But it also depends what they're doing. If they're an active piece or an inactive piece, a piece that doesn't have any moves to do, or a piece that's, let's say, very strong and has, let's say, is in the center, and like this knight, right? So it is important where our pieces are, because depending on where they are, the value can be less or more, right? A piece can be stronger if you put it on a better square, and can be useless if, let's say, this knight here is really useless, can do absolutely nothing here, right? This is what we will try to do then. If we have badly placed pieces in our games, we will always try to make a plan to improve their place, to put them on a better square, just like you did with your rook, right? Just like you did with your knight. You made a plan and you improved their place. Okay, Joseph?
Okay.